Hi everybody, it's Jamie. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Thank you for returning if you are not new. So yeah, happy 2024. We made it. We made it to the new year. And I wanted to introduce myself for the folks who haven't met me before as a sort of meet the artist. I saw some other folks doing this, so I wanted to jump on the bandwagon. So yeah, I am a, I guess like I post more digital art nowadays, but I really identified with being an oil painter for a long time as a teenager and into early college. I was a traditional artist. I moved from acrylic in high school to oil paint in college. And just to clarify, and then I picked up digital painting when I was in grad school for English. I never majored in art, I minored in art, but I have a PhD in English and I love art and it matters a whole lot to me. So I have this little space here on the corner of the internet to, get my art yayas out. So I paint digitally and traditionally, and I paint a lot of cryptids and other odd things and cute things. I love odd and cute things. And yeah, on my YouTube channel, I talk about art stuff occasionally, and occasionally I talk about other life things I'm going through that I feel like I have something to share about, like therapy, like my rare autoimmune disease that I have called juvenile onset dermatomyositis. Oh, or just dermatomyositis. I'm 30 now, but I was diagnosed at 16. I also struggle with skin picking or dermatillomania. So, like, I just like to talk about that every so often. I had Accutane when I guess I had Accutane a couple years ago. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was gonna say it was towards the end of my PhD program, and I was worried about going on the job market with a ton of acne and like picking at my face and having like a bunch of sores on my face. So that was why I did that. And I was tired of picking and getting infections and stuff. So I talk about that kind of stuff too. So I am a complex, multifaceted individual like many of you are. And so that's kind of what's happening over here. I share my art and life stuff when life stuff is, I feel like, of interest. And then, yeah. So there we are in 2024. Where are we going in 2024? So I first wanted to talk about how, as artists, a lot of us are like caught between two selves, two wolves fighting within all of us. The I want to take up another art hobby, or I should focus on the things that I currently do because I will never be really as good as I want to be at my current medium if I'm picking a different one. And now I have to share a new medium that I am wanting to pick up because I'm obsessed. And I just want to go on Instagram and watch reels of people doing this. Okay, hold on one second. It's 8 o'clock at night. You don't know me. So my new hobby that I want to pick up. So wood carving. This is a basswood carving kit from Beavercraft. Not sponsored. And so I'm super interested in carving. I love sculpture. I did welding in college and liked that a lot. And I did plaster carving with like a hammer and chisel. So I want to re-engage that part of my brain that is working in 3 dimensions, in addition to the 2-dimensional stuff that I'm already doing. Here's another basswood carving kit. I got all these for Christmas. So shout out to my parents for engaging my incessant need to make stuff in different ways. And then this is the whittling and chip carving kit. So this has the carving knives and stuff in it. And then here's a, man, this is the creative wood burner. I just got a simple wood burner just to like get some contrast on the wood and such, so you can draw on it. But yeah, so this has been sitting in my apartment, and I'm afraid to get started, and I already want to be good at it, and I'm afraid to make any content about it or show myself struggling at it, and because I feel like there's plenty of people on the internet that are like filming their processes. I am terrified to film my process when I'm painting, when I'm drawing, because I'm like, what if I do something dumb? I do dumb stuff all the time. What if I like mess this stuff up? And like everybody on Instagram and on YouTube, Reels, Shorts, whatever, they're always doing so well. And I'm like salivating at the mouth. Like, I want to be that like flawless and have this amazing execution. And it just, So the imposter syndrome's real. In my intellectual mind, I'm sitting there going, I'm sure they had to do a bunch of retakes, or they made a mistake and edited it out, or they make it look easy because they've been doing this for a very, very long time, or they've like honed that one skill, and they're not bebopping around mediums and stuff like that. But so yes, and I also, in addition to the wood carving stuff, I got gloves. That's fun. So I don't want to cut my hands because I like having hands. So that is the wood carving stuff. That's what I'm getting into at the moment. I'm very excited. And by what I'm getting into, now that I have posted any content related to having this stuff, as soon as this video goes up, your girl better start carving some wood. Like, I haven't opened this. I need to open this. I'm sure it will be very fun, and I need to let myself have fun and make some cool stuff in a different way, I think, instead of being critical. So we're working through that inner critic. That's why we go to therapy. So there's that. I also want to talk about my Ko-fi account. So I set up a shop on Ko-fi for digital art prints. So you can download prints of my artwork for like $5. You pay $5 and then you can download it and do whatever you want as long as you're not trying to like resell it and what have you. This is for your personal use. If you want to go to like Kinko's and make stickers for you, like do that. I love that for you. If you want to go to Walgreens and have that printed and have a poster made for your wall, I love that for you. So that's what that's for. It's like just an easy way for like, me to offer you art on the cheap. Selling art is conflicting because I have tried to do art sales on Etsy and other places, and like you end up having to jack up the art price so high you feel guilty, even though like the art is from some accounts good, that you feel proud of your work, and at the same time like people are not going to be able to justify paying that much for your art. Like that's the thing that sucks the most about visual art, is that like it costs so much to make, it's worth so much, but what the art is worth is not at a price that people are willing to pay. This is why we have people buying art at like Target, where it's like $10 for a painting and it's not original artwork. And you have people going to like Home Goods, At Home, something like that. And they like Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is another one where people are buying stuff to decorate their space, and it wasn't like made by an independent artist, and it's just like mass printed by a big corporation. And that's like frustrating and sad because they can sell it for way cheaper than your independent artist can. So that's just what I'm doing on Ko-fi. If you're interested, check out the link below to check out my printable store. And if you are feeling so inclined, you can also buy me a coffee there, a coffee. And I just love to have you following the page because I'm going to be posting stuff there, works in progress, things of that nature. So yeah, thank you for being here so far. I also want to talk about some therapy stuff and some 2024 life goal stuff. If you're interested in that, just stay with me. So I had therapy today. For the last actually my last session before today, so last week's session, we didn't do EMDR in the way that we typically do EMDR. So we started doing the EMDR thing, the like watching my therapist do the movements back and forth, the eye movement stuff, but then like as I was thinking about the memory, I was like bebopping around to other memories, and then there was just really some stuff that I wanted to talk about and talk through with my therapist, and so we didn't really like go through EMDR as it is, I think, intended to like process a memory. I was just too focused on like the articulation of what had happened within memories and like how that all connected to other memories and other feelings that I was having. So like we talked through some stuff. And then today I wanted to talk about generalized anxiety and my current experience of what my therapist is calling and diagnosing as generalized anxiety disorder. So we talked through some strategies, did some mindfulness stuff, and talked about a plan where I would like journal most days a week, talking about what I'm afraid of and what is bothering me with a rating. So what am I afraid of? What am I scared of? What is making me anxious? And then like rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment, trying to have some tangible strategies. One of the things I'm also struggling with at the moment is just getting up in the morning, like having motivation to wake up when I want to wake up. Like I go back to teaching tomorrow. It is the start of the new college semester. Um, I am a college English professor, and I know I look like I'm 12, but we start the semester back tomorrow, and I have to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 if I really want to have some like time to relax and enjoy myself. And so I just I know this is in part seasonal because it's so dark outside and it's hard to be motivated. I live in Pittsburgh, so it's gray everywhere. I just want to sleep. It's cozy to stay inside. It's snowing outside. It's wet. It's icy. Blech. Um, I love the snow, but the ice is just. Blech. So I know I'm very articulate. And so I just don't want to wake up. I just don't want to get up. I would love to sleep till like 11 p.m. every day. That would be great. But the universe does not allow for such things. I need to go to bed early, but I don't want to go to bed early because I feel like I get the most out of my day between like 7 and 11 p.m. probably, and then I just want to like scroll on my phone. So we're just talking about awareness and anxiety and like sort of like what are the ways that I talk to myself when I wake up in the morning? Because I feel like I wake up in the morning not feeling like P. Diddy, like our modern prophet Kesha wants me to. I wake up feeling like I'm somehow more of a mess than other people are. Like I just wake up and my like inner critic is looming over me, telling me how disappointed they are in me and that I'm doing stuff wrong and that I'm inadequate in whatever way. And so yeah, like just not great. So I'm trying to pay more attention to like what is actually going on in my brain, um, and seeing what comes from that. So I'll have another therapy appointment next week, and this is where things are going in 2024. We are, wait, therapy is in, self-hatred is out. Uh, I don't know, like this like meme of like things that are in and things that are out. Yeah, that's my attempt. I'm 30, I'm old, and I can't be cool anymore. So let's talk about finances because that's my last thing that I am really thinking about in 2024 moving forward. I know, finances. It's a great time. So like the rest of YouTube probably after the Boogie 2988 documentary, I've become obsessed with Caleb Hammer and it's made me really motivated to think about my finances in an agentive way, you know, have a high yield savings account, budget. I've been using YNAB for budgeting, not sponsored. Um, so I've been keeping a better eye on my finances and thinking critically about how I am spending money. And I've even been looking at like the no buy subreddit and the low buy stuff, no spending. Kate Flanders has a book called The Year of Less that is doing a no buy year. I haven't really defined a no buy or low buy for myself, except that I want to buy less coffee out. This was my like coffee that I got at Starbucks today, with my silly pineapple cup that I got while visiting my family in Hawaii. But I got this today and I did a lot of thinking about it before I bought it. And I had a $4 off card due to a mistake at the Starbucks. So I rationalized it. But I've been cutting out a whole lot of like takeout. I used to eat out like most days of the week, and I didn't cook at home, and I've been doing that a lot more. And just thinking about ways that I could benefit myself by saving and also like nourish my like desire to get more comfortable in the kitchen. So I'm just like working on those skills, maintaining a budget, you know, I feel like a lot of us are like, as long as I don't look at my bank account or I don't look at my wallet or I don't look at any of this stuff, it doesn't exist. And I can do what I want and everything's fine. And it's not true, but it like feels good. So, yeah, it's time to start thinking about like how to support big purchases, how to have emergency savings, um, where I'm keeping money, things like that. So I've just been enjoying Caleb Hammer's content. Again, probably like the rest of YouTube. Um, and yeah, so 2024, make good financial decisions, do good things for you, challenge yourself. That's my goal. I want to challenge myself and build some skills that I want to build. Again, building my self esteem with the help of therapy and also through this challenge of figuring out what void I'm trying to fill with buying things I don't need, with acting in a way that seems contrary to like my values. Like I think cooking is a great thing and I want to eat at home, but I never do. Um, I think that uh, buying things often obscures the things that we're emotionally feeling, and like we get the dopamine hit from buying stuff we don't need, and so we like just dull these feelings with buying stuff. And I I want to actually feel my feelings so I can move forward from them. So just some things I'm mulling around in my head. I hope it makes some level of sense, but yeah. So that's where we're at for this update. If you have any questions in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to chat. Thank you for watching this long in the video. If you lasted this long in the video, leave a star emoji in the comments to show off that you made it and that you're with me. If you have any cool hobbies that you're taking up in 2024, things that you want to try, more art hobbies that you don't need, among other things, tell me what you're getting into. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, consider subbing so you can keep up and, help out the channel. Leaving a like also helps, commenting helps, sharing it around to people you think you might enjoy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let me know what you'd like to see from me or what you'd like to know more about, and I'll see you next time we have an update. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and thank you for being here. Bye.